Here is my 1995 Porsche 993. I'm just going to walk around the car first. All body gaps are good. All the paint's good. It's original paint. Wheels, tires, new tires. I talked about the wheels in the info clip. Has a new top. It's just a beautiful car. Real straight. Wonderful design. Really, it deserves the reputation that they get for being the best of the air-cooled. I wanted the 995 instead of the 96, 97, 98 ones because it's kinder to the valves. When they changed the emission, what I had read, I don't know this firsthand, but what I had read was the valves had a tendency to burn when they changed their method for testing the emissions, a little plug-in unit. I forget what they call those things, but just a beautiful car. Interior, excellent. Blue. Seats are perfect. Let me walk around and show you the driver's seat. Here's the windscreen. Often this gets lost. So I like to keep it down just to help protect the top when you drive along. New top. Seats are great. I had these carpets made with the cabriolet blue stitching. That's not usual. Usually you'll see 911 or Porsche. So it took quite a while to get that. The brushed aluminum key bezel, the brushed aluminum shift knob and brake lever, all from Renline. Everything works, all the gauges. I changed out except the oil gauge, and that I believe, I'd be willing to bet that's the $50 sending unit, which I just never got. I haven't had to order any parts from Porsche, so I didn't bother with it. Blaupunkt radio, which is original make to the car. This is the updated version with the Bluetooth. I don't know why these guys buy these beautiful cars and stick these cheap stereos on it. It had a Clarion stereo that would change colors while you drive it. It's just ridiculous. This is the right stereo, and it's set, the color is set for blue, of course, to go with the blue interior. No cracks in the dash, of course, always garage kept. It's just a beautiful car. So, nice clunk to the door. I looked a long time. I enjoyed the hunt as well as having the car, but I looked at a lot of 993s and finally gave up on finding one. So I started looking at 964s. I looked at 12 cars, and I had 3 inspections done, and it's just 12 pieces of junk. I just couldn't believe it. So I was about to give up when I found this car, and this is just one of the one that you want. It's the one that's been well taken care of. The thought is you want to find one with 45 or 50,000 miles on it, and if you look into it a little further, you're going to see that's really a mistake. It's best to find one with 70, 75,000 miles on it that has had all the work done to it that they all need around 60, 65,000 miles, such as clutch, flywheel, slave cylinder. The shifting linkage tends to go bad on them. And speaking of which, I replaced this shifting linkage with a short shift kit because it changed the bushing joints to bearing joints. And again, I have all that information spelled out on the info sheet on the car. Cosmoline too. This car had the original Cosmoline, which is this greasy stuff that coats the bottom of the car. They spray on it for shipping purposes. When they put them on the boat and ship them across, they don't want the salt air to damage the car. So I spent a few hours under it with that green solvent stuff and a dowel scraping off the Cosmoline, and the thing runs a lot cooler now without the Cosmoline on it. I left the engine covers under the car off so it'd be easier to inspect. I like them off because I can keep an eye on the engine. Completely oil drip free. Now, I've put 2,000 miles on it. It hasn't burned one drop of oil. It hasn't dripped one drop of oil. So it's just well sealed car because it had the engine out and all the seals replaced. So it's just a great car. So if I love it so much, why am I selling it? That's why I'm selling it. I found this, and it's a replica. It's a Intermechanica Roadster. So that's why really garage space. Right now, I'm just thrilled to have two of these guys side by side in the garage, but these are not the main drivers. So I can only have one third car, and this is the one that's going to get sold.